Hello Aries, welcome to this reading. We're going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Aries for the middle of October. Now do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Let's go and see what we have here for you, Aries. Now I'm using the Gilded Tarot, the Before Tarot, and the Kipper Oracle deck. There are links to all of these decks in the description below if you'd like to pick them up for yourself. Do hope you're doing well. Hope things are going good for you. All right. Make sure we're all set up here and in view. Get right into it. All right, that looks good enough to me. Energy on the bottom. You have the Strength card. So, Strength card, this is about bravery. You know, the word bravery came into my mind right away as I looked at the Strength card. Some of you looking to make a bold choice at this time. And I'll tell you what, there's a lot of fire here. I have to tell you. Okay, a lot of fire here showing up in the future. For you, especially with this Strength card on the bottom. This is a Leo energy. This is the idea of kind of tackling your biggest fear or tackling your biggest challenge. You can see that this person has tamed the lion, right? They are walking next to a lion. They are fearless. They are brave. They are bold. They are assertive. And this is more so about acting that way towards internal fears. So the Strength card is all about overcoming obstacles, but it's the internal obstacles. It's the challenges that you have within you, right, that are unique to you, not anybody else's challenges, but the challenges that you have. And so for some of you here, you could really be resonating with that right now. Some of you are really making progress in some areas of your life, specifically around like the internal fears that you may have towards something. Let's go ahead and let's dive into this. So in the overall situation here, or the current situation, if I can get the card up, you have the Ten of Pentacles, which Ten of Pentacles is really an amazing card of abundance, right? This is the final card in the suit of Pentacles. It says you've gone through a major journey, you've completed something big, you've completed a big task, right? And you're now kind of able to sit back and relax and enjoy the hard work and enjoy everything that you've earned. I'm getting something about earning something, okay? Like I feel like maybe some of you have really spent a lot of time like sort of nourishing yourself or, you know, planting a seed, seeing it grow type of deal here with this Ten of Pentacles. And I get the sense that some of you are really ready to sort of nourish yourself here at this time with this Ten of Pentacles here. And, you know, this might be something that's like maybe just traditionally hard for you to do, right? It may be very, you know, this might be something that's hard for you to do, which is relax, okay? I feel like some of you are maybe taking time. I feel like some of you are maybe having something about relaxing, and maybe like you're somebody who doesn't give yourself many breaks. And if anything, I feel like this message here of this Strength card is that you've already sort of overcome the hurdle, and now you're kind of ready to sort of see what's next. But also it's almost like, how do I describe this? You're getting something new here in the future, but it's like right now some of you may need to really nourish yourself, okay? It's like I feel like some of you need to take a moment to relax and rest and recover, because you're getting ready, you're gearing up for something huge here with the Fool in the future. In the problem position, you have the Hanging Man. So the Hanging Man is all about, the Hanging Man, you know, this is about letting go of something important in your life. This is about sort of like cutting the cable and needing to sort of free fall, or kind of cutting the cable and sort of needing to let go of something. When you have the Hanged Man in the problem position, it says that you are resistant, right? You are holding on to something too tightly. You are not embracing change. And what I would say is, this is kind of an interesting message so far, which is, on one hand, we've talked about here how you are overcoming this situation with the Strength card. On the other hand, we have this completion in the current situation. And so what I think some of you are doing is some of you are like resisting the celebration, or what is the term I'm looking for here? You're resisting. It's like you're still fighting. Some of you are still fighting when you don't need to be fighting. That's what I'm trying to describe. Some of you are still fighting when you don't need to be fighting. Some of you just need to let go. Okay, some of you need to just let go and enjoy the rewards that you've stacked up, or enjoy the rewards that you've earned here with the Ten of Pentacles, because it's a major card of abundance, but some of you are not allowing yourself to, some of you are being too hard on yourself here. In the past, you do have the Five of Cups. Okay, this is about a disappointment that is behind you. Okay, the important part with this Five of Cups in this reading is that this is behind you. This is not coming with you. This is not staying with you. The disappointments are in the past. You can see the spilled cups here. This person's really focused on these spilled cups, but behind them they have two cups that are upright, that are overflowing, and that are ready to be had for them. And you have way more than two cups here in the future. You have the Fool, which is like an incredible sign. And so whatever sadness or whatever disappointment that you've had here, I feel like Spirit is like, look, you've worked through that. And that situation might be why you're getting this resistance energy here with the Hanging Man in the problem position. This might be why the resistance is showing up here for you. Okay, because some of you are maybe holding on to a disappointment of the past. And yeah, that could certainly be the case for some of you at this time as well with the Hanging Man. It's like part of the resistance is because you can't let go of this thing that hurt you, or the situation that hurt you in the past. In the future, you have the Fool. This is incredible. The Fool really only comes forward when you're ready, and it's when you're ready to leap forward and take a leap of faith in a new direction. The Fool is like all four aces in one card. It's an incredibly powerful card. For me, the Fool is the most powerful card in the tarot, because you have the energy of all four aces, right? You have the energy of a new beginning. The Fool is the hero of the tarot. The Fool starts off everything, and you are the Fool. You are the hero of this story, but also of your own life and of your own story. And to get the Fool suggests that you are, you're opening up. You're not opening up a new chapter. You're writing a new book. You're writing a new book. You're ready to start a new book. And, I think some of you here, this is an extremely strong energy for you in the future. I think some of you need to let your hair down, is just what I heard in my mind with this Ten of Pentacles Hanging Man right now, knowing that in the future you have something very strong here showing up as a new beginning, as a new direction, as a leap of faith that you'll be taking here in the future. But try to really enjoy everything in this moment here. Now, in your consciousness, what is on your mind or in your thoughts here, you do have the King of Swords. King of Swords is really all about a couple things. King of Swords, this is about kind of divine law and order, somebody who is objective. It's a card of like Libra energy, but it's really about sort of like taking a biased approach to your situation, an unbiased approach, my apologies, an unbiased approach, an objective approach to your situation. And it's like divine law and order, right? It's like the actions that you take are very important. It's kind of like justice vibes, like the Justice card. It's also somebody who maybe helps you in your life. This could be a person that helps you get from point A to point B. This could be an authority figure. This could be something like that here showing up with the King of Swords. But overall, I think that for some of you, I think you're trying to take an unbiased approach to your situation and recognize that you can't be in go mode all the time. Sometimes you have to let go, and sometimes you have to just allow yourself to enjoy all of the rewards that you've sort of stacked up here. In the subconscious, this is what you can't see or the hidden. You do have the Page of Swords. Page of Swords, is potentially disappointing news or news of delay. I think probably news of delay here. I think, like I said, the Five of Cups in the past here, the disappointments are behind you. And so I would say, like, if you catch yourself, I would say be careful. I would say watch out for like anticipating disappointment. Okay, some of you might catch yourself anticipating disappointment. And when that happens, try to remember that the disappointments are behind you. Obviously, disappointments are a part of life. It doesn't mean that you won't be disappointed again in the future, but you can't let the ones of the past hold you back any longer, is what I feel like saying. And that's also big energy with the Strength card, which is just being fearless and bold in, you know, a certain direction in this case, because you have the Fool here. And so, yeah. Now, in the Staff, in the direction that you are headed, in your current influence, the way that you are influencing the situation, you do have this Nine of Swords, which this is a card of fear. I think some of you are like fear casting, some of you are like anticipating disappointment or something like this here with the Nine of Swords showing up in the current influence. And again, it's because I really think somebody like, what did I just hear? Like burned you. Somebody burned you pretty hard here in the past with the Five of Cups. And it's almost like some of you are really, like, the bold move for you is to work past whatever happened there in the past, Aries, and recognize that that person doesn't have power over you anymore, or that situation doesn't have power over you anymore. You are a constantly evolving person. You're a constantly evolving being, and recognize that, again, this is behind you. I know I sound like a broken record, but there are really nice silver linings here, especially because you have the Ten of Pentacles in the current situation. In the external influence here, you do have this Five of Wands, which it can be about conflict. You can see the people here on the card are sparring. You know, there might be, the thing is about this external influence spot, this can mean something that's happening outside of you, but it can also refer to the people closest to you or the people around you. And it's possible that you are in a situation that you feel like you need to get out of, or it could mean that there are, like, you are surrounded by combative people, or for whatever reason you and the people around you are kind of in arguments. This might have also been something from the past here. Again, you might have already gotten yourself out of that situation because you have the Five of Cups in the past. And, you know, this might, you know, I feel like this is the biggest thing for you to work on if this is your reading at this time. You know, I can't tell you what to do, but, you know, if this is your reading right now, this feels like the biggest thing for you to work on, which is like recognizing that the combativeness of the people from your past is no longer here, is what I feel like saying. Or if they are here, some of you are really looking to create boundaries with those people or separate yourself from those people in some way, because you are getting something new here in the future with the Fool. In the Hopes and Fears, you do have this Page of Wands, which is an offer that makes you very excited, or it can be sort of like an invitation from the universe or an arrival from the universe. I said you have a lot of fire here. Well, it's the Strength card with the Leo, which is a Leo card, the Page of Wands, and the King of Wands here showing up to end out this reading. This situation, you're going to be getting inspired here, okay? The first part of this is like you kind of needing to let go of, like, you not needing to fight anymore, or you not having to fight anymore. And the last part of this is you getting inspired, because the outcome here is the King of Wands, which is really, this is somebody who is a inspirational leader. This is you, though. Like, this is absolutely you, Aries, because you are a fire sign. And the King of Wands can be any fire sign, but this is somebody who's entrepreneurial. This is somebody who allows their passions to lead them in the right direction. You know, this person is passion driven and passion led. And, you know, this could be connected to work, it could be connected to something else, but you are ready for this. You are ready for this. So it is typically, I don't know if I already said this, but it's typically somebody who's an entrepreneur when you get the King of Wands. And so it is possible that some of you are just like, all right, it's time for me to start this business here with this Ten of Pentacles in the current situation, indicating that maybe you have the ability to do that. And the Fool, indicating something new. So yeah. Let's go ahead and start to clarify this reading even more. Now, I do appreciate you being here. Thank you for spending your time with me. I do hope things are going well for you. Please hit the like button and subscribe. It really helps my channel grow in a big way. All right, can we get 2 more cards here? All right, and I know that just the 2 cards. Here they are. All right, actually, looks like we pulled 3. So you have the World, you have the King of Swords, you have the Lovers. Let's see what these 2 cards are. Yeah, you have the King of Wands. I knew that was going to come in again. You can see the Leo energy here again, the Lion energy, bravery, confidence. You have the Seven of Swords. So the World, the King of Swords, the Lovers, the Seven of Swords, and the King of Wands coming in again here. Have you ever seen that commercial? Fortune favors the brave. I think it's like Matt Damon is in the commercial, but I'm getting that energy here. Let me see here. Did you just have there was a title that had that? Hold on. Who had that? I just named, oh, that was Leo. Interesting. I just did a reading last week, and the title of the reading was Fortune Favors the Bold, and it was the Leo reading, which is interesting because I'm getting this Leo symbolism here. Some of you may want to go back and watch the Leo reading for October 17th, for the week of October 17th. You might find something in that reading for you, especially if you have Leo placements in your chart. I would go back and watch that reading because it just came into my mind. Interesting. But anyway, so you have the World, the King of Swords, the Lovers, the Seven of Swords. Yeah, somebody here just hurt you really bad in the past with the Seven of Swords and the Five of Cups. This is something that you're really looking to work through. This might have been a relationship situation, but the thing is with the World, you are closing this out here, okay? This cycle of pain or disappointment, I think it's more about disappointment for you, is closing out. You do have the King of Swords twice, which is you just kind of taking an unbiased kind of objective approach to your situation. There's the Five of Swords. Yeah, I mean, I just see pain and disappointment of the past. Knight of Swords, this was destructive. You have the Queen of Pentacles. Let's see here. Let's get at least one more card here. That's not it. Okay, that's not it either. Hold on. All right. Can we get one more card, at least? Okay, Temperance, and then one more. All right, there it is. Seven of Wands. Yeah, so the Temperance card is a card of healing. So like definitely, like I said, I think this is your biggest thing here. You do have the Nine of Pentacles on the bottom. I do think there's something really nice connected to your work, career, or finance here showing up. Seven of Wands, competition, but you can see this person is praying. It's almost like some of you need to take a moment out of your day to, like I said, this entire reading, some of you are still fighting, and Spirit is like, no more fighting. Like, you don't need to fight anymore. Like that part of your life is done. Okay, High Honor, main female, Expectation, Unexpected Income, Distant Horizons, or I'm sorry, Sudden Wealth, Distant Horizons, Pathway. What was this card? Unexpected Income. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I knew that was going to come here. Yeah, it seems like there's something that you, really nice work, career, finance related, but this is like also being met with painful memories or disappointing memories of the past that you're really looking to work through, as I've said 100 times here. But Sudden Wealth, Unexpected Income, with the Pathway card and Distant Horizons, this could take 3 to 9 months to kind of really play out here with Distant Horizons and Pathway, but it's something that's destined, it's something that's fated, it's something that you're meant to do here in terms of your career. And also I think your ability to work, to be brave and work through whatever this disappointment of the past is going to make this even sweeter for you. So that's what I have. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. Really appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next reading.